when he hit this. Damn, he probably wanna wear my hoodie. Choke me, spank me, look at me, thank me. If I give it to another, he'll hate me. Spit, slurp, give him that work. Feel too fast for me, not a hurt. Deeper, deeper, I need a reaper. Thought I was in trouble, how you tearing them cheeks up. Keep me a freak, who the flavor of the week.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I am going to be doing a story time. In today's story time, I am going to be telling y'all about my first fight. So let's get right into the video. So I'm going to be telling y'all about my first fight. So let's get right into it. So my first fight was back in middle school, and it was this girl. I'm not gonna use her real name because I don't want to put her out there. So I'm gonna call her, I don't know what I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna call her Monica. So I'm gonna call her Monica. So let's get right into it. What's the matter? Here, where's your beer? So it was me, Monica, my friend, I'm gonna use her name. It was my friend Jayla and my friend Cordell. So we all on the school bus. This was back like in 7th grade. So we was all on the school bus or whatever. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm watching TV with my daughter. So we was on the school bus, and Monica, she kept bothering me. Like, it was not the day for me because, one, it was cold outside. 2, I just found out bad news that my aunt passed away. I think it was my aunt or my uncle. So yeah, so she got bothering me or whatever, and I'm like, girl, could you leave me alone? Like, could you not bother me? And at the time, I was like 15, 14, 15, around this age. So I'm like, could you leave me alone? Stop bothering me. So me and her, like, if you guys know, I do not have time for drama, or I do not have the patience. So she kept bothering me or whatever, and I'm like, could you please stop? Like, could you leave me alone? I'm not in the mood. I'm not trying to argue with you. So the bus pulled up to the school or whatever, and what's they saying? So the bus pulled up to the school. Ooh, you being crafty. Here. So the bus pulled up to the school or whatever, and she like, oh, da 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 da. So I'm just trying to get to my homeroom. I'm trying to get to my first class because my first class started like, what, 9:30 or whatever. So I go to the bathroom. It's, remind y'all, it's me and my friend Jayla. So me and my friend Jayla, before we go to homeroom, we go to the bathroom. So it's me and my friend Jayla. We go to our homeroom, and no, we go to the bathroom. Sorry, we go to the bathroom, and Monica, she follows us to the bathroom. So she was like, what? You want something? Here. So she follows us to the bathroom or whatever, and she like, oh, what was the problem on the bus? I'm like, I did not have a problem with you. So she was like, what was the problem on the bus? I said, I don't have a problem with you. So she was like, what's the problem? What was the problem? I was like, I don't have a problem with you. She was like, what's good? Like, she kept amping up the stuff. Like, she kept amping up the, I'm gonna say the vibes. So she kept amping up the problem or whatever. She was like, oh, I know you got a problem with me because the way you was looking at me. I'm like, I don't have a problem with you. So, what? Yeah, my daughter wanna get out. Hold on. So, that's why you got what? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, she wanna get out. So she was like, you keep talking, oh, but you not doing this, that, and the third. Y'all, like, I don't know what type of time she was on, but I see that she wanted to fight. So when I fight, I never make the first move. Like, if you want to fight me, you gonna have to come to me to fight me. Like, if anybody want to fight in general, y'all gonna have to fight. Or no, if they fight you and they tell you to come to them, don't fight them. Like, I think that's a move, a B move. So back to what I was saying. So Monica, she kept amping it up. She was like, "Oh, I heard you want to fight me, this, that, and the third." So I'm like, "Yeah, I said I want to fight you because you always running your mouth about some stuff." So me and her, I'm gonna use my hand if I can. I don't. Okay. So this is me and this is her. So we like 3 feet away from each other. So I'm like, "You gonna swing or what?" So she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna swing or whatever." So y'all, it took this girl 2 minutes to swing. So I'm like, "Okay, go ahead, swing." Yeah, I swung first because she was taking forever. So I was like, boom. So she was like, da 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 da. "Oh, you hit me." Yes. So we didn't start fighting until like 5 minutes later. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, you a whole, like, girl, you scary. So she pulls my hair. I had braids in my hair. Yeah, I had braids in my hair. When it was time for us to fight, I had braids in my hair. So, Khalil, what are you doing? Okay, sorry, y'all. So I had braids in my hair, and she put my braids. So here, put mommy bottle. Let me make sure the bottle was closed because she likes to pour this shit on herself. Okay. So there we go. So that's the other thing. I had braids in my hair, so she put my braids when I was walking out the bathroom. So she put my braids when I was walking out the bathroom. I'm mad I don't have a video because I would insert a video. So I was like, boom, 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 boom. So I got like a couple of hits or whatever. She got a couple of hits in, and all I seen was red. So I grabbed her by her head and started banging her head against the bathroom door because my parents saw me like, if somebody bother you, you have the chance to F them up. So I took her head and I started banging her head against the bathroom door. So my friend Jayla, she was like, "Okay, that's enough, y'all stop. So I'm like, "No, F that." She was talking all this stuff. Y'all, she got me amped up. Like, my friend Jayla, she was like, "Okay." She was like, "Alicia, that's enough." I was like, "No, all that. Like, fuck. Because you're not supposed to do this. And, like, no." So, yeah. So, after the fight, I go to the principal office or whatever. Because she wanted to, I think the principal wanted to see me anyway. So, the principal already knew I was mad. When I get upset, I start crying. So, I had tears in my eyes. And remind y'all, this is my first fight or whatever. So, she was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Oh, me and Monica got into a fight." She was like, "Where?" I was like, "Downstairs in the bathroom." She was like, "Okay, stay here. We're gonna call your parents." So she called my parents. So my parents came up to the school. It was my mom, my dad, and my grandma. Now, y'all, my grandmother is a handful. So my grandma, she being all extra. She was like, "I hope you tore that up. I hope you did this." My mom, she was cool about it. My dad, he was like, "Yo, baby girl, what's going on?" I was like, "Dad." She was talking. I was like, I had to do what I had to do. This, that, and the third. Y'all, my daughter over here playing with my bottle. I don't know what this little girl doing. So, yeah. They was like, "You suspended for 5 days." They was like, "Yes, you're gonna be suspended for 5 days." So I got suspended for 5 days. And out of those 5 days, I was like, okay, it's cool. I'm gonna see her in 5 days anyway. So I get suspended, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I got suspended. Me and you got into a fight. We don't like each other, so we're just gonna stay cordial. So that day, I got suspended. I went home. Everybody was on Facebook. You know, at the time, we was on Facebook. And I remember my friend Jayla, she texted me or whatever. She was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm mad you're not here. She's still talking about you. I'm like, how did I get in trouble when I'm the one that did not instigate the fight? She did. So she was like, oh, well, I'm sorry. I missed you. This, that, and the third. So she was still talking after we got suspended. Like, what? So, yeah. So the girl, Monica, was still talking after we got suspended. And I'm like, why are you still talking? Like, you're talking for no reason. I'm just thinking this in my head. Yeah, I'm thinking this in my head because we got suspended. So I'm like, why are you still talking? Like, for what? You was on a fight again. So that is the end of the video. Like, for part 2 on our second fight. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back with another video. Y'all give me ideas on what y'all want. Ask me on Facebook at Lala Armani. I will have my name down below. And ask me or DM me on Instagram. I will have that down below. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button.